In an ad. And we're back.
Oh,
Sorry about the technical difficulties. It's just gonna plague us all day soon.
well, hopefully not again when it comes to live broadcasts. Y'all know how it is. But going back to our last set, we had a back and forth battle. Deviant taking it in the end. They will be moving on in our bracket. But going back to our original first set matches, we've got our teams ready. Who do we got playing now, Z?
Looks like the Dark Knights and Nova Squadron finally coming back. I don't know if Nick Zuko was on a pee break that entire time, or if maybe Fox One was sleeping in, but somebody was late. We don't know who it was. It doesn't matter. They're ready to go now. We're ready to go now. Chat, are you ready to go now?
Yes, chat. Make sure you let us know the hype in there. Again, Dark Knights are defending champions from the last MSI going against Nova Squadron in this supposed to be first set. We again, the defending champions coming back in again. They had a solid game plan, but it looks like we've got possibly a couple of different changes roster wise. For now, we've got Fox One, Nick Zuko, Wet Bandit, Wildcat, and Star Knights again on this Dark Knights team. Some familiar faces, but let's see if they'll bring the familiar gameplay. Now, what is our first ban, Z?
Looks like they're banning the Mighty Dragon J20 off the playing field, courtesy of the Dark Knights.
The J20, the bridesmaid that never has her own wedding, is going to stay off the field probably a good majority of the day. What counter pick ban are we going to see? Is it going to be the Rafal? Is it going to be the MiG-19?
Probably the MiG-19 would be my guess.
I would be leaning on the 19, but again, I know that Rafal being out there, some of them don't like going against it. So, but again, there we go. Business as usual.
It's going to be a very popular pair, the J20 and the MiG-19. Two of the most powerful planes in the game.
I mean, they have definitely made a name for themselves in the community. And when it comes to these tournament aspects, two of the biggest threats on the field, Galen does not want to see the Farmer in the hands of the Dark Knights. So let's see what kind of adaptations they're going to be bringing in as far as their plane composition.
Just having a little bit of catch up with the chat here in game. Had to switch the map back because that technical difficulty that we had. So we're back to Crucible again.
Again, I see somebody asking in the chat, code for today is so grateful, all caps, no spaces. Make sure you go to playmetalstorm.com and redeem that so you can get your 3 free medium crates. Now, Dark Knights starting their picks.
They picked the ADV for their first pick.
ADV hitting the field for the Dark Knights. Nick Zuko, captain of the team, dropping it. What 2 planes is Nova going to bring back? Now, again, I would
wonder Rafal. I would say Rafal would be my guess, but let's see what they say.
I'm
Nova
thinking
Squadron.
Rafal and Foxhound would be my 2 guesses as far as priority planes. But again, I don't know how comfortable they are in the Foxhound. I know we've got.
There's your answer.
Yeah, Rafal hitting the field. Galen picks it first. Still got a second pick. Let's see what he goes with.
This is often the longest wait time, guys. And the most dead air is when you're waiting for these guys to pick their airplanes. You'd think that they'd be ready to go. Especially being bumped back to the second match of the day rather than the first.
Yeah, a lot of deliberations, it seems, happening in the VCs right now. Nova, again, awaiting second pick. A4 hitting the field. So we got Rafal, A4 putting the picks back in the field of the Dark Knights. What are they going to be bringing along with their ADV?
Well, they get to pick 2, so the Dark Knight's probably going to go with Interceptor picks first, and then maybe Light Fighter, I would say.
Yeah, they've already got the ADV. Yes, yeah, that would be fair play. Interceptor, Light Fighter, I believe, are the only two left on the field as far as not being picked yet. So I'd be willing to say Foxhound, F-16, possibly. I'll make the prediction. And speaking
These
of
guys are
prediction in the chat, y'all make sure y'all hit that thing up.
these guys are pretty much training everything. It's just for light fighter F1 or F-16. It always seems to be the two most popular. Let's see what they choose.
I mean, it's almost like a kid in a candy store. You walk in, you've got all these choices. You don't know what you want to go with because they all look so scrumptious.
There it is.
Surprising. We picking the F-111 over the Foxhound, but again, F-16 not surprising as far as the light choice. Aardvark will be hitting the field. Maybe that passive tipping the scales for this plane a little bit.
Yeah, the F-111. Well, it does also have 6 missiles versus 4 on the MiG-31.
That is true. That is true. A lot of these interceptors, even with faster players, only have 5. You can at least squeeze one of them in, maybe.
I'm sure that Team Dark Knights knows what they're doing. They probably played through these multiple different strategies on what to pick and what to ban.
That is one thing that I will say for teams like the ones that's competing in this tournament that we'll be seeing all day. Again, they practice multiple scenarios, multiple different ways to attack these maps. You know, they're always practicing together as a team dynamic. And when you get those fundamentals down, it allows you to span out and kind of do what you want. You've got the pick of the litter as far as plays go. But Galen here bringing in the Tomcat, surprising Foxhounds not hitting the field. Tomcat, Aardvark going against.
That makes me feel good, Sin. That it's not very often that the F-14 gets picked in these MSIs. That's gonna be very passive heavy because the higher you go, you get that death from above, and they're Galen taking the JF-17.
17 hitting the field. I believe it might be for the first time in MSI history. Y'all
My name's
are
Jeff.
Here. My name is Jeff hitting the field. Let's go.
And the F-106, so we're going to see some nuke in action along with the Su-25 Frogfoot coming from the Dark Knights. Woo, heavy rockets and nukes abound for sure.
Now, Z, what is your saying when the nuke goes off? What do we say? What do we say?
Boom shakalaka!
Yeah,
I want to hear it in the chat. Every time you see a nuke, we want to see the boom shakalakas lighten up the chat. Let's go.
Sure, keep an eye out for those mushroom clouds in the distance.
Maybe
nuclear.
Maybe we'll get reactor time in countdown with that F-106. You might get your wish.
I'm hoping maybe again. I'm putting stuff out there in the ethos. Let's see what happens.
I mean, we did it with the A6 doing the ring cap on Stormbreak. So,
I mean, it's going to be interesting again to see those again going back to the JF-17 first time being picked. I believe we've seen MSI history. The passive for that plane again tipping the scales for those guns. You know, I believe that light fighter, other than the Flogger, has probably the strongest guns as far as that class goes. So, again, that with that evasive maneuver of the special ability, again, it makes it a very viable plane.
And Galen picking a Su-57 for their last plane.
Su-57 hitting the field. Again, rounding up the heavies, rounding up the teams, and now we are ready to get into the action as these pilots are readying up. Z, are you ready?
I am so ready. Crucible F-14 action, baby. Let's go, JF-17. What's your favorite planes, chat? We want to hear it. Make sure you get those predictions in as soon as they pop up.
I know they can't see us, but I know I saw the smile hit your face when that F-14 was announced.
It's glowing. I'm beaming. We're gonna see the 6Ds.
Everybody remembers the 6Ds. Alrighty then, awaiting 2 more pilots on Nova's side, and we can get this underway again. Dark Knights, defending champions. Nova's got their work against them, but again, they've been around long enough. Let's see how they're going to apply these teamwork against this juggernaut of a team across the field from them. Let's see how they handle them.
While we have Nova up here, we have to give props to Galen, who has always been our back end person, taking care of the business, moving people around. This time, Tyler Sesko, streamer here on Twitch, doing that, taking Galen's duty so Galen could get into a squad here and fight against the Dark Knights in what should have been round 1 of the fall MSI, but is now round 2.
Well, again, the show still must go on. Second set of the MSI, and here we go.
Dark Knights coming on the field looking sexy in those black skins.
All flying together, matching skins. Again, Nova going with a different strategy as far as the paints go on their side, but again, flying together as a team nonetheless.
I guess if you're the Dark Knights, you got to wear the dark skins, right? That's the best way to do it.
It fits the brand, but again, in this daylight sky right now, they're still being able to be seen. But here we go. We've got ADV F111 staring Gotti across the field in his Tomcat again. Z's keeping his eyes on that red-skinned Tomcat.
How could you miss it? It is really bright.
Got loud. 3 away, 1, 2, comes back, second one catches him, third one catches him as well.
F14, first plane eliminated. And also, oh wow, they're cleaning up fast. There's
Nova.
3 down for Nova Squadron.
Nick Zuko again taking down Galen as well. They're now at a 5-on-2 advantage. Dark Knight making their presence known early in this round. Still have a minute 50 left.
It's a 5-on-2. Dark Knight's advantage.
Lunatic Reaper staring at that Frogfoot, had him right there in the face, but he knows he's still got that fire, everything primed and ready to go. Staying evasive, Disruptive gets him out of trouble. Oh,
Not enough.
no.
That was a clean sweep. 5-0 there for the Dark Knights. Again, our returning champions coming into Crucible.
And everybody knows Dark Knights. They're having to make sure they keep that champion status up there as they, again, make their presence known. Like you said, Z, sweep in the first round. Advantage goes to Dark Knights. Let's see how Galen and company is going to adapt to this.
Well, they're going to have to adapt. F-14's already got missiles out on that F-111. F-111 rocking Disruptives, not Master Flares.
Oh, I think one found its way through. He's got one more on the Tomcat. Will they trade?
Tomcat's out, and it looks like a trade. Oh, wow!
Oh.
That was a heck of a dodge there.
Disruptives proved him well in that situation right there as he's limping away himself, taking out his fellow interceptor. F-111 running over there to the wide out ammo. We've got a little bit of action over here in the middle. A4 finding himself in a turn battle, but he's getting out. But he's got machine guns raining. ADV trying to make the turn. Disruptive's out. A4 does not make it. Lunatic Reaper goes down by way of Nick Zuko.
And looks like Galen went out. No, Raph, that's 1 left on the Nova squad versus 3 of the Dark Knights.
Fates, fire, everything hot on the trail. Heavy rockets whizzing by him. It's 3-on-1 right now. He took out 1. ADV hot on the trail.
And that's that. Clean sweep for the Dark Knights on Crucible. 2-0. Moving on to Stormbreak.
Dark Knights with the 1-0 advantage. Nick Zuko, Wildcat, Fox 1 rounding up the podium for the Dark Knights. Again, proving a solid gameplay here already from our reigning champs. So again, Nova, they have the opportunity to make some changes. So let's see. Plane comp map, what are they going to have go in their favor? And let's see if they can take advantage of it. Oh,
they could still take the MiG-31 over the F-14.
They could. That could be a plane change. It's a possibility to be seen. So again, Tyler's putting it out there. Let's see if Galen and company make the deliberation to change, or are they going to stick with what they got?
What would you change if you were Nova?
Now, again, I mean, it seems to start off with the domino effect of that interceptor battle early in the rounds. It seems like Fox 1 going straight for Gotti, taking out the eyes in the sky for him is a solid pick. So again, I would either try to strengthen the interceptor on Nova's side or try to figure out a different way to go about it because he's losing his head-ups to Fox 1 right now.
Well, that does explain what I had said. I thought it was a little odd seeing disruptive flares come out of that F111. Apparently, he picked the wrong flares, but he can't change it because they won the round.
We throw in next. Trying to make some different strategies here again. They're saying they picked disruptive by habit. We all know we love to use disruptive online. Maybe it was just a force of habit there, but can't change it till you lose, sir. Can't change it till you lose. I mean, if you want to allow Nova Squadron to strike some blood from you, just so you can change your passive, I mean, it's
looks like Nova's going to swap a player and a plane.
Swapping player and a plane. Alt is going out. Lunatic Reaper stepping out as they bring their alternate team member in to take the place. So again, what plane do you think they're going to be bringing in? Eagle on A4. The A4 will be coming in for them. Did they have the... They did not have the frog.
I think they did. Oh, so they're keeping the plane. They're changing the player.
Gotcha. That was a little confusing. They said both. Sorry, I was having loading issues coming out of me. I gotcha. Yeah, again, technical difficulties. We all deal with it, but we keep rolling it on. But we've got to have that fifth spot filled up on Nova's side. We've got one left open. Do we have
these
the
things?
player
Good
on
things take
deck?
time. Good things take time.
I mean, that's what we're here for, Z. We're here to fill in the voids so that we make sure y'all stay entertained. He's joining the match. He's getting ready as we speak. Again, bear with us, y'all. Well, we got more action on the way very, very shortly. They've got their pilot swapped in. Both teams are full up. So now we're just awaiting those green check marks to hit our vision.
They're coming in.
They're
the bold
coming
strategy,
in.
swapping out a player. So we'll see how they do it. Did they maybe change their lineup on who was flying attacker and who was flying a different class? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, as far as the adaptations they're going to be playing, I'm wondering if it's the map that we're going to that's causing them to change the player. Maybe this player's a little bit more well-versed on the map they're going to. I'm not sure, but let's see what difference Eagle coming in for Nova Squadron is going to make for this team because they're down 1-0 in the set.
Just waiting for Galen to ready up and we'll be ready to go.
Now, something cool is turning on some stats for y'all so that y'all can see some of these plane stats. Again, with these max modded planes, interesting to see what you can strive to be at the top potential. Here at the MSI is where you are able to witness it. So again, you're able to see all of these stats and stuff to see, you know, what these planes can do and how these pilots fly. Still awaiting one pilot to ready up.
Of course. It's always one.
Yep. For those of y'all, you can't see it on the screen currently. We're waiting on Galen. Galen, are you there, buddy? Knock, knock. MSI is at your door, sir.
He probably had to pee.
Probably
it happens often.
There we go. Put a catheter in. We got chaos to do. Let's go. All right, we're all readied up now. Going back into the second round of this set. Again, Dark Knights 1-0 advantage. Nova backs against the wall. It's do or die here. going into storm break. So again, different strategy, different planes. Let's see how they go about it. There we go.
Loading into storm break. Finally, chat. Here you go. Get that hype going. Let's get the train rolling down the storm break.
Dark Knights, Nova, and here we go, folks. Drop the hype.
My name's Jeff.
My name is Jeff. Alrighty then, how aggressive are these teams going to be? Is it going to be a straightforward interceptor battle start of the match again? Or will Gotti do a different strategy here? Again, Fox 1, very, very comparable in that interceptor play. I've seen him play in those interceptors multiple times. He is a good competitor to go against.
They got that stack going up, the F-106 right below the F-111.
I know that 106 is hungry for a nuke. I know he wants it. Gotti took one himself. Oh!
Looks like Gotti knocked out Fox 1, though.
Bates, again, sneaking a missile up there and taking him out. Nick Zuko answers by taking out Galen. It's now a 4-on-3 situation. Nova backs against the wall even more.
ADV knocking out that F-14, leaving just the Jeff to run for its life.
The Jeff with that boosted ability again. Terrain is your best friend in situations like this. How long can you stay alive against these 4 planes staring you across the field?
I guess we're gonna find out. Yeah, that's a really long time to wait, even with that fast little JF-17.
I wanna point out the visuals there. Nuke is on there. Starlight's going for it. He gets it.
Shakalaka! Where is it at, chat? Let's see the boom shakalaka.
Oh man, I saw, as soon as the wing turned up and I saw the missile primed and loaded on it, I was like, I know what's coming. Oh man,
they aim to keep the show as explosive as possible with the nukes flying.
I did have a couple of people say, I don't know if you were aware when the nuke is available for the special ability on the 106, it is visible on the wing in case you didn't know. Some folks were surprised when they didn't know that the other day, but for those of y'all that don't know, you can see it. You can definitely see it. Volleys back and forth, F-14, Aardvark, F-14 goes down by way of Fox.
I feel like Fox 1 would have totally avoided that missile shot if he had faster flares rather than disruptors on, but you pick what you pick.
I mean, so far it's been working for him. Again, you know, you don't normally see disruptors on an aardvark with the no guns, but again, he might know something we don't.
I think he was hoping for a guns-only battle in that F-111. Looks like the Jeff is the only one left alive yet again.
Oh no! Oh, you gotta stay slippery, my friend, as you've got the missiles. I think he's going for it. Yeah, he offered himself up to the beast that is the Dark Knights.
Not making it to countdown this time. Dark Knights sweeping Crucible and Stormbreak, moving them
2-0 win. What's the podium looking like, Z?
It looks like Nick Zuko, Wildcat, and the Wet Bandit pulling up on the podium. ADV, Su-25 F-16. Well played by everybody, especially that nuke shot. I know Star Knight, he only got credit for 1-1-1, but it was an amazing one.
Made it count, made it known. It will be one to be remembered. Again, the chat dropping in there, the disrespect. Again, Dark Knights making their presence known as they will be moving on in the brackets as well. GG's to both sides.
For your boys, DOD coming up versus Spec Ops right after the break. Stick in there, we got more for you.
Welcome back, everybody, from the break. I hope you're refreshed. What if for those of y'all that missed it, the last set, Dark Knights moving past Nova with a 2-0 sweep. They will be moving on to play Deviant after that display. But before we get to them, we've got Death on Demand versus Spec Ops. How are we feeling about this one, Z?
Well, we know who you're cheering for. It's pretty obvious. As a longtime member of DoD, I think that that's your team. If you had to bet, who are you betting on?
I mean, if I'm allowed to say it, for those of y'all, you already know. I'm rooting for my DoD guys. That's my squad again. I got to call a fair play here, but I do know Spec Ops, again, they've been a long-standing squadron themselves. They've been around in the game. They played now in multiple MSIs. They know their way around the block themselves. So I don't think it's going to be a pushover. They're still going to give them a run for their money, but it's going to come down to how well these teams are put together. Now, the bands are starting. Surprise, surprise. What's the first one, Z?
MiG-19. It's going to be a popular one, and the second band's already in. These guys moving right along.
Business as usual. 19 and J20 off the field. Again, standing on the side of the school dance, never getting picked. I feel a little bad for him, honestly. I feel a little bad for him.
It's like Bird Dog is picking the RAF, the F3R for
F3R.
DoD. That's their first pick.
Again, so far, it's turning into a very familiar play as far as these picks go. RAF, again, top priority if it's left on the field, it seems, for these teams.
And there's your A4 since the Big 19 is banned. Let's see what their second pick is for Team Spec Ops.
Yeah, that A4, that up close and personal devastation there with those unguided rockets and good maneuverability will be matched with the ADV.
Everyone saw that one coming.
Again, ADV, a very capable heavy fighter, you know, which I believe the heavy fighters, again, just as saturated as far as picks for the mediums, but the ADV very, very capable in these elimination rounds.
DoD picking up the F-16 and the MiG-31. Light Fighter Interceptor combo. That's like it seems like that's the combo pack to have.
Yes, speed and maneuverability. I know Bird for sure personally. I know he is very comfortable in that Foxhound with those faster flares and that speed to get out of the way. So again, not a surprise there. F-16, I believe Necro will be running the light fighters for them. He is very, very good in that F-16. So keep your eyes on him.
Spec Ops picking their interceptor, the F-111 and the F-5. Never doubt the starter plane. I mean, it's not an F-16, but it's awesome.
You mean training wheels is hitting the field, Z, man? The whole F-5, everybody's first love that got him into Metalstorm.
I still love the F-5, man.
Wow.
The F-5 is a very comparable airplane. I've been hitting MVP a lot in the F5 lately. It's a really good airplane.
I mean, in the right hands, that missile barrage again with those infrareds up close, again, could be a very good weapon for that. But interesting to see again in this setting.
DoD taking the Su-25 and the F-22 as their last picks.
25 and the F-22. For sure.
I'm assuming the F-22, right?
Yeah, it's got to be. They can't take the bitter as well.
They didn't take two. They're not sure.
Now, it seems like DoD's bringing in a very balanced play style here, mixing a little bit. They're not air heavy. They're not up close heavy. So again, it's going to force the other side to maybe try to counter this balanced play. But they got multiple angles of attack here. I want to see how they handle it.
Well, Spec Ops is taking the M2K as their final pick, and these guys are getting ready. Let's get ready. Let's go. Good luck, teams.
Good luck to both sides. Again, drop the hype in the chat for your favorite teams. We're about to get the ball rolling once again to figure out who's going to be moving on. We're going back to Crucible. Back to Crucible.
Going back to Crucy. 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 We gotta make a theme song for that one.
That might be something I can work on. Here we go. Everybody's ready up. We're on the loading screen, folks. Again, drop the hype. Here we go. Let's get it on.
DOD coming on the field, looking good against the Spec Ops team.
Good lucks from both sides again. We love seeing the sportsmanships from all of these high caliber players that's gracing us with their presence today, putting on a show for us all.
How are we gonna pronounce BRRX? Is it Brr?
Burst. Burst. It's the sound of those A10 guns. Burr. Gotta think about it.
Bird Dog up in his MiG-31, ready to hunt.
And again, a similar strategy from what we saw in the last set, interceptor on interceptor. He's got his target like there's a bounty on that Aardvark's head, and he's sending it.
And he got it.
Spanky goes down.
A lot of missiles coming in his way, but he's dodging them like a pro.
Doing the missile dance with the faster players. ADV finds himself in a bad spot. Big bang there for the coverage. Necro
DOD
takes
up
out Birds.
5-2.
5-2
Chasing
again.
down. Yeah.
F5 running for his life, similar to that JF-17 we saw earlier. Again, he's in a bad spot.
Quick win for DOD. 5-0. Clean sweep.
Gonna have to hit the reset button and go back to the drawing board here, as now a 1-0 advantage goes to DOD in this first round. Spec Ops is gonna have to figure out what went wrong, because it went wrong very quickly in that last round.
You instantly saw that MiG-31 get lock on that F-111. It looks like he's doing the same strategy. The F-111 seems to be ignoring the other interceptor.
Oh, he just took that missile to the face. Second one finds
That's 3. Again, first one down in that interceptor.
Interceptor on interceptor battle again. Story of the day so far to kick off these rounds. Take out the eyes of the skies and work your way in. MK in that F5 again. He is limping himself. He needs to make his way to the help, and I don't know if he's gonna find it.
He's not making it. That's a 5-on-2 now for DOD.
5-on-2, that 25 barely limping in itself. Elmer J. Fudd, machine gun bullets raining down. He's running.
Not gonna make it. That's clean sweep on Crucible for DOD.
Clean sweep on Crucible.
They didn't even lose a single plane in both matches. That's a flawless victory, I believe they call that.
Gracious, yeah, and the flawless victory. You gotta say it in the Mortal Kombat voices. Bird Dog, MiG-31 MVP spot, followed by Necro, second place in his F-16. Radio also making his presence known on the podium, rounding up third for DOD now. 1-0 in the set.
Flawless victory. Moving on to Stormbreak. Spec Ops will get a chance to change plane or player or mods if they wish, but we'll see what they choose here in a second.
Yeah, plane, player, or mods, exactly. That's some of the changes they can bring in. So again, they don't want to see another sweeping round like they did on Crucible right there. Going into Stormbreak again, a little bit more of an intimate map. I believe the interceptors, again, he's been taken out first in both of those rounds. We're going to have to figure out a way to deal with Bird Dog and that Foxhound first and foremost, and then approach everything else after.
Looks like Bert says they're loading. One moment, please.
Can you say his name again, Z?
Bert.
We've got both teams have somebody loading in. We've got spinny bars.
They're experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
It's not just us. It's not just us.
It happens.
Allowing these players to come in again, strategies coming into play. That interceptor coming in, very important at the start of that round. again, how would you go about it as to try to deal with somebody like Bird and this Foxhound staring across the field from you, Z?
Well, I would, for one, tell my interceptor pilot not just to fly up and ignore the MiG-31 missiles coming his way. That's always a good play.
He was waiting for the knock from the long-range radar missile that was coming back. Now, again, okay, we've got a little bit of sense hitting the field. F5 changed to the F1, bringing in a little bit more of that evasive firepower that is the Mirage.
Tyler corrected me in game chat saying it's pronounced bricks, but I like my way better, so I'm gonna say Burks.
Burks. It just rolls off the tongue.
It does, yeah.
Alrighty then, it seems like the pilots are readied up. Map is set. We're just about ready to get the second round of this underway again. Spec Ops back against the wall. You've got to win here if you want to continue, or will DoD prevail? What do we think, Stat?
They need at least 2 wins on Stormbreak to move on and for the tiebreaker on Countdown. Let's see what happens. If DoD does like they did the last round, we're moving on.
I know these guys have been practicing their little hearts out the last couple of weeks. So again, a lot of these teams very, very prepared for today. So again, strategy goes a long way, but adaptations, again, just as important. Again, Spec Ops back against the wall. What are you going to bring to the field? What you going to change? We're still awaiting one more pilot to ready up, and then we'll be able to see for ourselves.
People in chat asking what my favorite plane is at the moment. I've actually been loving the Typhoon a lot lately with that new passive. We haven't seen it come out yet, though.
Yeah, the Typhoon, again, if we do have the instance where the F3 is banned instead, I would be willing to say that we possibly could see a Typhoon. And I also want to put it out there in the ethos. If we do have that situation, I want to see a Typhoon grab an overtime ring while the passive is active, with the help running down, barely reaching out. I want to see
that would be perfect for it. Yeah, that's the perfect circumstance for that to happen. Like, especially on air sub, I've been doing it a lot. But here we go, and we're loading into Stormbreak. Second round of match 3, DoD versus Spec Ops. What do we say, Sin?
What?
We don't say here we go?
Here we go. I was going to let you do it. Here we go. Say it with us, chat.
I'm pretty sure that's your thing. I'm okay with letting you say it.
I can share it. It's okay. Pop in the frog foot, looking dominant down there, staying a little bit low. Again, Bird going straight up. How is this interceptor play going to come through for old Spanky? Is it going to be business as usual, or is it going to make some changes?
Wondering if he's Spanky because he's getting spanked. We got a lot of missiles coming in at him already.
Oh, no. he was trying to target that F3. F3 wasn't having it. Already got a barrage coming his way.
He can't hang in there. First one eliminated for Spec Ops already.
Interceptor down, eyes in the sky down for Spec Ops. Now they're waiting in the darkness over here, relying on their own eyes. Looks like there's a little bit of a scramble here as they're moving in. We got a merge going on.
Yeah, DoD definitely playing the Obi-Wan and having the high ground.
Oh, wow. Pigmate takes out Burks. Necro takes out MK. We now got a 5-on-2 situation. Make that 5-on-1 80 be lone survivor.
Elmer Fudd. And that's barely quiet. Elmer Fudd is dying.
Oh, she rode. DoD showed up to that match like an all-you-can-eat buffet. They were hungry. And it looks like they got their fill.
Let's see if that F-111 learned any lessons about ignoring missiles and going high. Maybe he's gonna stick to the ground a little bit now.
What are the lessons that he might need to know, Z-Man?
Well, you know all about the 6 Ds of interceptor flight. I don't need to repeat them.
F-111's gonna have to enact those 6 Ds himself because he's got a barrage. He does.
There he is.
M2K again, missiles raining down, that chaff coming out. Perfect opportunity for him to get away, though. Bird's now got his eyes set, but Elmer J. Fudd goes down by way of Pig Bay instead.
Looks like another clean sweep as Greg
wow.
goes down.
Before we even got to the 2-minute mark, that's it.
DOD didn't lose a single plane in their entirety of match 3, proving the true flawless victory.
True flawless victory indeed for DOD as Pig Bay in the F3 rounds up MVP spot. Bird Dog right behind him, putting on a display in that Foxhound second place Radioactive Dog right behind him in third, as DOD will be moving on. GG's to Spec Ops for showing up, competing, and giving us a show.
Great stuff, guys. When we come back, the Grim Reapers versus Aviation. Match 4 here at the fall 2025 MSI.
But for now, another short break. Get your refreshments, go to the bathroom. We will be right back.
And filling in the bracket, the Dark Knights pulling out over a victory over Nova Squadron, Deviant over Trap House, and Death on Demand over Spec Ops. Moving on to the Grim Reapers versus Elevation. This is going to be quite the show. Both teams ready to go. What do you think, Sin? How are we looking?
Now, Grim, we all know and well know Grim as far as from the community, but just going back from MSI history, Grim and Dark Knights took it all the way down to the last match of the sets last time, blow for blow again, taking it all the way down to the last one. Grim, another team to keep your eye on in this tournament, another juggernaut known. Elevation definitely has their hands full here. But again, Elevation being a newcomer to the tournament, we don't know what to expect from them. So I'm highly curious to see how these guys are going to be handling this Grim team staring them across the field.
The question is, do they bring enough cowbell or will they fear the Reapers? Let's find out here in a second. We're getting ready for picks and bans.
Don't fear the Reaper. Now that song's stuck in my head.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
That, Steve. Howdy,
well,
Anthrax.
we need more cowbell.
We've got greetings from both sides again. We love seeing the sportsmanship from these teams, even in these high-tensioned atmosphere that we are in, as that is the MSI. It's still great to see these guys. Don't let the disrespect get in front of your gameplay. We love the good looks, the good plays, everything. So we're getting ready for our ban process now. So let's see, is it going to be business as usual, or will we see a different ban?
Sometimes the Reapers will pull out a wild card, though, and nope, not this time. They're banning the J20.
No wild card this time again. J20 not getting picked to do the missile dance. Unfortunately, staying depressed over in the corner of the Sadie Hawkins dance. I'm sorry, J20, you don't get to play once again.
And Team B getting ready to pick Elevation. What do you think they're going to pick? My guess is the MiG-19, but let's see what they say. It's the MiG-19.
MiG-19 again, business as usual is, again, chat. I would like to see predictions in the chat as well. Do we think the J20 and MiG-19 are going to get banned every set? So, like, through this tournament, is that going to be the two planes we don't get to see?
Traditionally, that's a popular one, but the Reapers taking the ADV for their first pick.
The multifaceted Swiss Army knife of a plane. That is the ADV with the decoy, the hunters, the infrareds, good guns and turning again. Great choice for the heavy
about
class
thrust reversers.
Yes, thrust reversers as well. Again, you know your way around that plane. You got plenty to choose from. So good choice. Good choice. We've got the map.
On Elevation to pick two planes. They're taking their F-111 for an interceptor and the A4 to replace the banned MiG-19 again.
Yeah, again, that close-up destruction A4. The Aardvark, again, I'm actually liking seeing the Aardvark getting a little bit more love. That passive, again, making a difference. It's getting a little bit more play over the Foxhound I'm seeing as far as being first picked. That's interesting. It's interesting.
Well, it wasn't the F-14, but at least we got the F-14 in one match.
Now, we still have an interceptor slot free. Z, we might still see the F-14.
Nah, you're going to see the MiG-31.
You never know.
I'm pretty sure. And what do we got?
F3R, F16 hitting the field for Grim. They allowed it to stay on the field. That was the interesting thing I'd see, that the F3 was not picked first. So, but now it's in the hands of Grim.
I haven't seen many Rafale bans. I guess they figure the J20 is a better band than a Rafale band.
I mean, that J20 with that new pass of being able to paint the enemy team. Yeah, we're gonna have to have a different pick than that. General Flow F16 has already been picked. You gotta go with another light fighter.
I would say F1 would be a good bet.
Yeah, F1 and the Jet. Well, actually, we have seen every light fighter except for the Flogger and the Fishbed so far in this tournament, I want to say. So again, they could still surprise us. F-16's off the field. What are we gonna? They just said F-16 again. we can't have. There's no mirror matches, folks. Again, this is Elevation's first rounds. They're still learning the ropes. I know they really want that F-16.
F-22. They're taking the F-22.
Tyler is rejecting the F-16 pick like a bank loan that they don't have the money to pay for. So we're trying to get this straightened up. But they did pick the F-22 will be hitting the field for Elevation.
Hope these guys understand that there are no repeat planes. There are no repeat rolls.
Maybe they think if they say it enough times, we'll just let them have it.
Isn't it 3 times? Like you're Dorothy.
Yeah,
there's no place like home.
F-17, baby, hitting the field. Let's go. They have it straight again. The Thunder gets JF-17. Again, the JF-17 is one of those niche planes, but with that passive, again, given that extra little tipping over, it makes it very viable. Graham answering. What do we got, Z?
MiG-31, as I called, and the Su-25. Frogfoot rounding out the Grim team. Let's go. I'm ready for some action.
Yes, we need a last pick from Team B first, though. They got a little bit left to pick.
Let's see if they can figure out what they have left. They have an interceptor and an attack, a heavy, and a light.
Think they're still scrambling from not being able to have that F-16.
Yeah.
They're like, oh crap.
Let's see if they ask for the F-16 one more time. For the guys in the cheap seats, we'll take the F-16.
We need the Jeopardy theme to play for moments like this.
Oh, I could totally do that. I'm sure I would probably upset our producer if I did it, but
oh, just a little bit longer for that copyright. You're just gonna have to imagine it. Use your imaginations, chat. Again, we've got a little bit of confusion. We've got, again, new pilots in first-time MSI. It's a learning curve.
They took the FGR.
The FGR-4 was the last pick, I believe, for Elevation. They didn't type it in the chat. But Typhoon will be hitting the field, mirroring the F3R across from the field for them. So, again, that FGR, I put it out in the ethos. Can we see an overtime ring get from that dying FGR-4, making that passive very relevant for that situation? I want to see it. I want to see it.
That's the plane to do it. If you're gonna have a run for the passive or for the ring there at the end, the FGR is the one to have.
There we go, Dr. Death. We saw it. He typed it in the chat anyway. There we go.
Something producer typing, if they dies, he dies in the chat.
Alrighty, then.
Ready up, Grim Reaper's Elevation Crucible. Let's get going. These picks and bans are taking long today.
Yeah, we got a little bit of scrambling here. Again, people having a lot of deliberations, these teams, a lot on the line. So the confusion can sometimes be there, but we've got a loading screen. It's time to get into it. Grim versus Elevation, and here we go. Let's get it on. Drop the hype in the chat. Grim, Elevation, let us know what you're feeling. Let us know what you're feeling.
Our boy Ghostberry asking, is the F1 better than the MiG-23? My response is going to be, yes, the F1 is better.
Now, I will say in certain types of gameplay, now the F1, you can't play it high up like you do the Flogger, but again, Flogger's got just a different set of weaponry. It's hard to compare those two. It really is.
To me, I think light fighter should be a turn fighter, but MiG-31 going up.
MiG-31 going up. I bet they wish they had the Flogger across the field to go after this 31 by way of Dom. Taking that high perch, getting eyes for his team.
Well, we certainly know they wish they had the F-16 on their team, but unfortunately, not so lucky.
Now we've got a missile away. 31 trying to reach out to get a hit. Don't believe he's going to find it, though. He's just picking a little bit. Sky Demon's taken out one already so far. Howdy as well.
Three. It's 5-on-2 for the Grim Reapers. Elevation just going down quickly. There's that pass in for the FGR4, but it's not enough to keep them alive. Only the F-111 surviving.
F3 not gonna let him get away too quick on the kill. There's the Aardvark now in trouble. He's got two coming his way. Faster players. It's a little bit early on that first one. He's off from him.
And
he
barely
missed. He's got
that is some good evasion right there. You got to hand it to General Flo. That was some excellent evasion, holding it down at least for a few more seconds, but not enough.
Wow, Chug moving in close for the kill. General Flo trying to do the missile dance, but not quite enough to keep him in there for that overtime ring as Grim goes up 1-0 in the match.
1-0, clean sweep. Did they? I don't think they lost anybody, did they? The Reapers?
I don't think so. It was, yes, it was like a 5-on-3, and then it just trickled down from there. So again, are we going to see another flawless victory, or can Elevation scramble? We're about to see it. F-111 in trouble. Volley's going across. 3 away. 4 away. 1 finds its home. 2 finds its home.
And that F-111 wiped out already.
Third one and last nail of the coffin as Dom gets a double kill. Poping also goes down by way of Foxhound Chug. Taking out Anthrax.
Man, they're just dropping like flies. They can't even keep up. And there's a round 2 victory for the Grim Reapers.
Gracious, another round done before the 2-minute mark even hits. 2-0 sweep at Crucible goes to Grim. Sky Demon, MVP spot with his Frogfoot. Chug in the ADV in second. Howdy in third place in the F3 again. Z pointed out, no deaths on that side. Flawless victory goes to Grim.
Flawless victory. Well, let's see what I would hope that they change something over on the Elevation side that will help them a little bit. But I mean, this is the Grim Reapers we are talking about. They are, to pull them first round for any team is, you know, it happens, but it's a tough beat.
It is one of those situations, though, to where if it can find it in your favor to get a win against a team like this, again, I know the elation that people get when they, you know, are able to topple teams like Grim. So, I mean, it's, as the community goes, these are one of those teams that are the teams to beat. So, rough going in the start, but if you can get that foothold early, again, it gives you good motivations for the rest of the way. But, you know, those adaptations have to come into play against a team like this for sure. You've got to learn from your mistakes. But it looks like we have no changes.
Nope, we're good to go. Let's get going. On to Stormbreak. Grim Reapers versus Elevation for round 2 fight.
Let's get it on. Awaiting 2 more pilots. We've got one still in a loading screen, I believe. Down here on Elevation's side, I think he's contemplating what just happens as we go into this intimate map that is Stormbreak.
What nicknames do you have for the Grim Reapers?
I don't believe it's nicknames I can say on live when we go against
Grim
them.
Reapers.
So, they're good guys, again, good teams, very hard competition, but we see them plenty of times in pubs, and it can get very frustrating because, like I said, these are teams to beat.
You get the sad trombone
over and over.
Womp, womp, womp. Reapers and versus Elevation coming into Stormbreak here. 2025 Fall MSI, spectating King Crazy down in his MiG 31.
Back at it again. Dom taking that high perch, looking for that red in the sky across the way. Will the interceptor be the first one to go down, or can they deal with the problem that is Dom?
Well, you know, Dom is saying if it's red, it's dead. Ready firing at that F-111, 2 out and diving.
I believe the F-22, F-111 also has some help coming back. Missile barrage goes, but faster flares prove too effective for Dom.
There you see that
FGR4.
passive.
Yeah, that yellow popping up for that passive, it lets you know that he is now a ticking time bomb. Not going to quite reach that health ring, though.
Grim Reapers 5 to 1.
5
I'm
to
telling
1,
you,
barely.
they
under
die
the
so
2-minute mark.
fast. They die so fast, hard to keep up.
Oh, now we've got a familiar story as far as the JF-17 trying to stay slippery and alive here, using the terrain to his advantage. Poe Ping, sole survivor for Elevation right now.
His only hope is to recharge that ability and wait for the ring. It's kind of a double-edged sword. If you use the ability, you won't have it when the ring comes. If you don't use it, you're probably gonna get slaughtered by 5 Reapers.
Yeah, they're looks like they're circling just up above that F-16, waiting down there low a little bit, looking for the target himself. But now we've got coming up on 60 seconds for something to happen. Will they push in, or are they going to give him a little bit of hope to try to reach the ring?
Well, we
But I
know the
do know he's
Reapers
got a
from playing
wall.
them live. They're probably gonna play with their
Oh.
food a little bit before they eat it.
The vision of the blue planes moving in on poor Poe Ping there from the top side view. We saw Grim moving in to finish it as it gives them that 1-0 in the match.
Poe Ping changing his name to Pope How.
Oh, man. General Flow going up. Again, surprising not to see the wings back as he goes up. I believe you have to have those back for the passive to be activated. Am I correct with that, Z?
I'm not sure. I haven't watched the passive ping off of the F-111 yet.
Missile's coming back. He sends a couple out. Faster flares goes. Oh, a little bit late on that one. Oh, he catches 2.
5, did he get behind cover? Yeah, he's good.
Oh, just barely. The lip there saves him. Oh, and we've got a sweep going across. Big Muffin taking out one. Sky Demon getting a double kill himself. We're now 5 on 1. Once again, 2-minute
The
mark.
Jeff. Oh no, that's the end of that, Jeff.
Wow, another
Clean sweep.
Less than a minute round there. Clean sweep for Grim. I'd still think no losses there. Flawless victory. What is the podium looking like, Z?
Double flawless victory for the Grim Reapers against Elevation, doing exactly like Death on Demand did in the last match. So the Grim Reapers moving on. Elevation has been eliminated.
Elevation is out, but we want to take a second and say GG's.
Sky
Thank you
Demon.
for competing, Elevation. Gracious, thank you for showing up, competing. Hope to see you again. But for now, we've got more chaos on the way, y'all. Again, time for one more break before the next one, and get your drinks, get refreshed, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to do. We will be right back. Welcome back from the break, ladies and gentlemen. Grim Reapers moving on over the 2-0 sweep that they put on Elevation in the last sets. Again, we all saw the display. Grim will be moving on, but before we get back to the action, a quick shout out to one of our sponsors. Razer has joined forces with Metalstorm to bring you the best way to play on mobile. The Razer Kishi V3 is a full-size controller that brings a console-class gameplay experience straight to your smartphone. Hall effect triggers, clicky micro switches, and TMR thumbsticks to eliminate stick drift. The Kishi V3 has got your six. Metalstorm fans can enjoy additional benefits also, as for a limited time. Purchases of the Razer Kishi V3 on the Razer store earns you a legendary Razer decal, and yes, you can colorize it in typical Razer Chroma fashion. Ditch the glass screen and get in the game today. Type in code !Razer in the Twitch chat to learn more information and get your Kishi today. But speaking of the Kishi, we are getting ready to give away one of these bad boys right here and right now. We've got a code for y'all. Kishi V3, spelled Kishi V3, all caps, no spaces. Make sure that you're putting it in on the Twitch chat. Again, for the chats, everybody watching, it's got to be in the Twitch chat for the giveaway. Get it in the chat, spam it, give yourself a chance to win one of these bad boys. I've got my hands on it, and again, if you got bigger hands like me, these things fit a lot better than just playing on glass. So you got to get one, but give yourself a chance. Get that code in there, Kishi V3, Kishi V3.
Help us out, mods. Put that in the chat so that everybody can spam it. Remember, it is Twitch chat only that you want to enter all these codes today. So if you're on any of the other platforms, you want to come over to Twitch chat and enter Kishi V3. Thank you, Jesse from Starforum, for putting that code in there. Everybody starts to spam it. Let's go.
Also, make sure, I see a couple of people, they put the V as lowercase. All of the letters are uppercase. So make sure, I don't know if it's case sensitive, but just to be on the safe side, don't take away your opportunity.
We are moving on to match 5 and match 6 on the scorecard. That's the Dark Knights versus Deviant and Death on Demand versus Grim Reapers. So these are going to be some heck of a matches.
Yes, we're amping up the play just a little bit as the stakes are getting higher and higher as we go, with Dark Knights going against Deviant in this next set. Again, coming back to, we've got bans already starting. What has the Dark Knights taken off the field, Z?
What do you think they took off the field? It's the J20 again.
Business.
And I'm sure we can all figure out what the next one's going to be as well.
I mean, I want them to, so far they've surprised us with like what planes they've picked, but they haven't surprised us yet with the bans. And it's still not going to be a surprise. MiG-19 off the field, Ace Faction in all caps, making sure it's known they don't want the farmer.
It could be a little OP, that little MiG-19. What do you think?
I mean, as one of my favorite planes personally, there's plenty of people that see me fly that thing. It is definitely a threat on the field, and every match that it's in, it's one of those planes everybody notices as soon as they press the leaderboard button and they see what they're going against. Again, it stays in the back of everybody's minds, and that is apparent, especially in these tournament settings.
Now we're just waiting for the Dark Knights to make their first plane pick, and it is going to be the Tornado ADV.
Our flying Swiss Army knife, again, multiple weapons and defensive measures. Nick securing that ADV for them.
Let's see, that's going to be a very popular first pick.
Between it and the F3, again, yeah, so those would probably be towards the top as far as priorities to get. Awaiting 2 picks from Team B as of now. Deviant trying to deliberate to see what they want to bring in to mirror this ADV. Will they secure an interceptor? But no, they went F3R and the A4.
Well, we did say ADV or F3R would be first pick. So their first pick, obviously going with the F3R. Someone else took the ADV, so.
So covering the mid-range and close range again, Dark Knight's answers. What do they got, Z?
F-16 and the F-111. Always that
F-16.
light and the interceptor fast, you know. Although I'm surprised that they went with the F-111 rather than the MiG-31 this time.
Again, we've been seeing a little bit of a trade between the F-111 as far as popularity-wise with our known Foxhounds. I think I've seen that Aardvark being picked more here lately first. So, again, that passive may be coming into play as some of those difference makers there.
Well, it used to be the MiG-31 was picked because the speed going up, speed coming down, and those excellent infrared, medium range infrared for any stealth threats that you may encounter.
So, I mean, like you stated before, those 6 missiles make a big difference too. So
that's true. 6 telephone pole-sized missiles strapped underneath, and Ace Faction is going to pick the F1 and the MiG-31.
F1 MiG-31 to mirror the F-16 and Aardvark again, staying somewhat balanced here. What are we going to answer with from the other side? A4 is off the field, so what do you think? Frogfoot? Attacker for the Dark Knights, possibly?
I would say it's probably a good bet. I mean, they need an attacker, right? Unless they go A6 and hope for some radar jamming.
I mean, we did get an overtime ring grab from the A6 earlier, but it looks like they will be bringing in the nuclear Delta Darts with the Frogfoots. Firepower hitting the field.
It's always great to see when the Reapers pick the oh, well, this is the Dark Knights, but you know, the other Reapers pick the Delta Dart because you know you're gonna see some nukes flying. What else are we gonna see flying?
How many boom shakalakas are we gonna get from this next set? 106 again on the field with that Fast and the Furious passive upgrade to it to get those missiles down range quicker and with a little bit of a better lock again, allowing that level 3 nuke to fill up very, very quickly. You know, that insta-kill button's good.
Su-57, and they're starting to ready up the final pick for Deviant. Let's get it on.
We've got our plane sets. Our pallets are ready to get set. I'm excited. Do we have a winner for the giveaway before we start this next match? Awaiting confirmation on the winner.
Get him in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pick. Let's hear it, Jesse. What do you got? Who's the winner?
The
Let's go.
That be. Would you like to announce it, Z?
I don't even see it, so you go ahead. Oh, I do see it.
Okay, I got you.
Nintendo Waffle. Nintendo Waffle, say something in the chat. Let us know that you're there. Ping at Jesse Starform, if you would, please. And he'll get that off to you. Congratulations, Nintendo Waffle.
Congratulations, Nintendo Waffle. Again, speak up in the chat. Let us know you're there. And hopefully you will enjoy your new Razer Kishi V3.
But not as much as we're about to enjoy the Dark Knights versus Deviant here at Crucible 2025 Fall MSI. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Back to Crucible. Get your hype in the chat. Drop it for your favorite teams. Dark Knight, Deviant, Battle of the D's. Let's get it on.
HWG. What does that stand for, Sinister?
HWG.
Here we
go. You keep blanking me out here a little bit. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm half asleep.
That's all good. Fox One and the Aardvark already putting shots out into the air.
M3 again might be in trouble. He comes straight across the field to meet 4 Grim Reapers. Not Grim Reapers, Dark Knights over there to get him.
Already a 5-on-3 advantage for the Dark Knights.
Wildcat takes out Cowboy with a heavy rocket from that Frogfoot. Again, that scary, scary noise when you feel him going right above your head.
just whizzing by. Oh, it looks like the Dark Knights did lose a plane. That's their first one of the entire day.
Ace Faction again running for his life over here. Star Knight stalking him with the 106. Oh, he missed with the nuke. Gonna blow up in the distance there, but the guns finish the job. Just a little bit behind there. We would have liked to see that, but again, it's probably not gonna be the only opportunity to have a nuclear explosion.
That was a landscape shakalaka rather than a boom shakalaka.
Oh, what a sandwich there. Nick Zuko getting the assisted kill on Trizzy to give Dark Knights the first win of the match.
Not a flawless victory, but close enough. Enough to push them on to the next round.
We've got multiple planes going up on the Dark Knight side. Again, that different looking interceptor stack we've got with the ADV 106 and 111 matching them across the field. Ace Faction running in that 31.
Hit 4 out on that F-111. I'm not sure if any of them hit. But that F-111 returning fire and taking down Ace Faction.
Ace Faction goes down again. The volley proved disastrous for him right there as that last missile finds its home. Dark Knights with a 5-on-3 advantage right now. Trizzy trying to turn on the Wet Bandit in the F-16. That squirrely passing keeping him out, yeah. Between that and the turn ability of that plane, it's going to be hard to catch up with him.
Not much luck with heavy fighters chasing down light fighters. You just have to get them in the right spot.
Even with the 39-degree turn rate that felon has, the speed and being able to hold that ideal turn rate as long as the F-16, that's where it usually comes into play. Those longer turn battles, not good when it comes to that composition.
And that's another clean sweep for the the Dark Knights on Crucible.
Going
taking out Deviant. 2-0.
Yeah, they
only
took out
3 deaths that entire match for the Dark Knights.
Only 3 deaths. Yes, they did. They tasted the defeats of life, but not the defeats of the matches, as they now get the advantage in the set. As Star Knight MVP in the 106, Nick Zuko right behind him in the ADV in second place. Wildcat rounding it up with the Frogfoots. Su-25. Grant, the Dark Knights, again, point in the set. I keep wanting to say Graham.
I know. It happens to me too. I mean, we all can face it, right? We all know that most of these guys normally fly with the Grim Reaper, so calling them the Dark Knights is a little bit of a switch for us.
Seeing the names and having to associate with them. So, again, bear with us, y'all. We're only human. Now, Deviant has the ability to swap a plane, pilot, or mod. So let's see, are they going to bring in a change of plan? And they do. F3 going out for the dominant M2K.
Yeah. I think that's probably a good call, because that chaff really does help against missile spam a little bit more than the Raft's ability, the arc ability, where you could only turn radar off on one plane at a time. It's a lot easier to turn radar off on all the planes at one time. So M2K, I feel, is probably a good replacement there.
My dogs are barking. What is it, buddy? Are you hyped? Are you hyped for the Dark Knights and Deviant?
Yep, that's what it is. I guess we got to pay out that prediction. We knew that we'd be hearing Sin's dogs barking at some point today. Moving into Stormbreak, we're in the loading screen, getting ready.
Now I got my other dog trying to climb in the back of my chair.
They're like, are we gonna get to eat today?
I fed them earlier. hey, buddy. It's okay. It's okay.
Here come the Dark Knights. Here come Deviant. Here we go on Crucible. Or as Sin would say.
Was actually, here we go on Stormbreak, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Crucible was the last match. Again, we're only human, but here we go. Let's get it on, folks. This is do or die for Deviants. again, they will have another opportunity here for the tiebreaker, even if they lose here. But again, they've got to get past Dark Knights if they want to move on. Backs against the walls. They got to prove it here.
Yeah, loser of this match will move on to match 7. And then loser of the next match will move on to match 7 to face the loser of this match. But both of those are best of 5. In the meantime, we got Fox 1 spamming missiles from his F-111.
Oh, he's coming in a little hot there. Ooh, he's a close call. I thought he was going to hit there for a second.
Me too. I thought he was clipping wings.
I got a little nervous for him. Jeez. Wet Bandit, though, hot on the trail of the A4 F-bomb in trouble. Missile finds its hole and takes him down. Wet Bandit gets the kill.
Let it be known that their aim is on point today.
Oh, we've got a nuke!
As usual, there's a boom shakalaka clearing out. It is 3-on-2 right now.
Yes, it is 3-on-2, a little closer than we thought there, but now it's a 3-on-1 situation. ADV's limping though. We can get good placement from this F1. Again, it's got the ability to go for that overtime ring, but he's got a lot of time left on the clock to try to survive.
And a lot of firepower that can shoot down on him as he's trying to ring cap. And it is a light fighter, so he doesn't have a lot of hit points.
Now he is surveilling the land in the tunnels again, making that terrain his best friend right now, as he's got a Frogfoot, an Aardvark, and an ADV circling him like sharks in the water.
Moving into position to cover any exits out of the tunnel would be a good advice. And he's moving up.
It's almost like watching a boa constrictor just, you know, taking out its prey and just squeezing tighter and tighter and tighter, just closing off all the exits. Now we got Frogfoot trying to reach out to get him disruptives out. F1's already hurt. A heavy rocket will be disastrous for him, but he's got 25 seconds.
Just trying to push him out of ground cover so that F-111 can get some interceptor missiles down on him.
All it would take is one from that Aardvark 2 again. 12 seconds left for Cowboy to make a decision here. F1 running for his life. Is he going to try to get it, or are they going to snipe him out of the sky? 5 seconds to the side.
Looks like that Su-25's camped right above with his fire and doesn't need it.
He tried to use the escape artist, but not going to be able to pull it out there, as he was close, but not quite enough there.
Round 1 going to the Dark Knights here at Stormbreak. You see what I did there? I called it the right map this time.
There you go. Now again, we all know I've gotten the maps wrong myself before, so again, we're all human. It's all
I was
good
reading the scorecard. I was reading the scorecard and I read Crucible as I went to say, whatever, it happened.
Well, even if we get the map wrong, the missile knows where it's at, and it's at the 31 as he takes him down. Fox 1 gets ace back. The missile knows where he's at all times.
Already a 5-on-3 advantage for the Dark. Oh, it looks like a 4-on-3 Su-25 went down.
4-on-2 situation now, coming up on 2 minutes now. I believe Fox 1 started off with a double kill, and they're falling like dominoes. Now they're going to have to regroup against these 4 Dark Knights, staring them down. Trizzy barely getting away, catches one around the side of the terrain there.
Being that passive too, so.
Oh, there goes
Cowboy is
Cowboy.
down. Only the Su-57 of Trizzy surviving, but he's got an F-16 on his tail, and it's going to take him out.
Again, F-16, hard to shake that plane when it's on your 6. It's Dark Knights. Another win in the books for them. What's the podium looking like here, Z?
Well, it looks like the Dark Knights are going to move on to match 8, while Deviant moves on to match 7, and they will face the loser of our next match, which is Death on Demand versus the Grim Reapers. This one's going to be close. Both of these guys had flawless victories in their first rounds.
Now they'll have the opportunity to draw blood on each other, but before we get to that, y'all, we're going to take a short break and get everybody refreshed and organized once again. More chaos on the way. We will see you in a few moments.
We're back. This is going to be the last of our best of 3, but just a quick recap on what's happening. The Dark Knights beat out Deviant, moving Deviant down to match 7 for their best of 5. They will face the loser of this next match, DoD versus the Grim Reapers. And then the winner of match 6 here will face the Dark Knights in match 8. So we got some action left. DoD versus Grim Reapers is always a grudge match. What do you think, Sin? Where's your money at?
I mean, coming off of both of their last 2 sets, again, both of them had flawless sets. Moving on to this. So again, this is where you gotta set the tone when it comes to teams like this. Team A's already got a ban in progress. MiG-19 off the field per usual business there. Again, will it be the J20? Will it be the F3?
My money's on the J20. My money's on the J20.
We've got very high odds for the J20, yes.
There's just no other stealth interceptor. Oh, it's the M2K. There's an upset. M2K ban.
They left it in the hands of Ares and company as they are going to leave the J20 on the field for the first time in the MSI
Interesting strategy.
this time around. So yes, M2K, I think Ares and them wanted to hang on to that J20.
Will DOD take the J20 though?
Yeah,
that's the question.
Are they trying to force Bird into that J20? But I know Bird is well versed in the J20 and the Foxhound. So again, they've got multiple options to go through, but that is an interesting choice for the ban.
I think that way they leave themselves open to pick the J20, and then somebody could pick the Raft to counter it. But we're waiting on DOD to choose their first plane.
Yeah, ball is in the field for DOD just to show you the heaviness of these picks right now. Again, DOD's got the choice to pick either the J20 or the counter to it, the F3. They're probably deliberating to see which one is more important to have. So, you know, because the M2K being taken off, I believe it's going to be F3 and Typhoon for the two mediums. I'd be surprised if it's anything else. But we'll see. We'll see. What is DOD going to pick first? What are they going to pick first?
I don't know. Time's running out, DOD. Better pick or we're going to pick for you.
The hourglass is flipped over and the sands are running out.
Where's that Jeopardy music when we need it? There it is.
F3 goes to DOD, leaving the J20 on the field. I would be highly surprised if that's not going to be in these next two picks. But the decision has been made. F3 will be hitting the field for DOD.
I've seen the J20 in the hands of the Grim Reapers, and it is dangerous. So that is a ballsy move to take the Rafale over the F3 or over the J20, and it's the ADV and the J20 for Team Grim Reapers,
solidifying that aerial supremacy build of the interceptor stack. ADV, a good pairing with the J20. Again, the Swiss Army knife with the running UAV. It's a great combination there. But on the other side, we've got Bird Dog picking the F-16 and the A4. Light and attackers go to DOD now. F-16, A4.
Picking the F-16 is probably the most popular light fighter. Nothing turns like the F-16, but I would say the F1 is probably going to be Grim's best bet to counter the F-16 in light.
You know, they could surprise us with a 17 again.
Maybe, but we'll see. I personally, I would take the Hunter missiles over those two radars, but that's just me.
I just know both of these teams are capable of getting up close and personal, but it looks like you're right. F1 was one of the picks. What's the other pick?
225. It's the other popular attacker. Nobody's picked the Su-22 yet.
Yeah, the multi-directional destructive plane there. Su-22 hasn't hit the field. Right now, we've got ADV, J-20, Su-25, and F-1 for Grim right now. What's DOD going to try to balance this out with? Because so far, we've got a lot more up in the air plane. Well, it's a little bit balanced, actually. I'll take that back. It's a little bit balanced on Grim's side. So let's see. Let's see what DOD's going to answer with.
The F-22 and the MiG-31 were rounding out DOD's final two picks.
Bird is definitely going to have to rely on the speed of that 31 with those faster flares to deal with that J-20. But maybe the pairing of the Foxhound with the F3 and the F-22 could maybe offset that high-up interceptor stack that's going to be staring them across the field. Again, interesting setup. It looks like it's very balanced across the field.
And Ares choosing to nuke some people with the Boom Shakalaka, taking the F-106 to round out and end the pick round for the Grim Reapers. Moving in to Crucible. I got the map right. On match 6, DoD versus Grim Reapers. Getting everybody readied up. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Nuclear potential on the field. Crucible. Are we going to see some radiation from old Ares over here with the 106? Or is DoD going to be able to stave off the attack? That is Grim. And here we go. Drop the hype in the chat for your favorite teams. Let's get it on.
First time we're seeing the J20 today, and it's in the hands of the Grim Reapers. It's going to be dangerous skies out there. I'm excited.
Back to Crucible again. Perfect for these interceptors to show off their high up abilities. This is going to set the tone for the set. J20 going up. Big Muffin taking that high perch.
The biggest advantage is the look and shoot of that J20, other than the stealth. So not only do they have a long lock time, but they can really shoot from any direction. Plus they have that new passive. You see it there.
Now we've got volleys going back and forth. Oh, one found its home on the 31, but neither one of them hit the J20. Now he's looking to attack Bird.
Bird's out.
Chug got him in the end there with a heavy rocket, but Pop was there to take revenge on Chug. We've got a 4-on-3 situation now. Oh, 106, Dom in the 106 running, trying to use that Delta Wing to stay evasive.
There's a nuke ready.
Oh.
There it is. Boom shakalaka. Necroman going down from the nuke.
Smallest plane on the field found himself on the wrong end of that nuclear rocket as the 106 gets the kill there. Now trying to line himself up on the F3. Pop staying evasive. Disrupted's out. Gets him out of trouble. 106 Delta Wing turn. Trying to get behind him. Disrupted's again out. One more time. 22.
That F-106 finally down.
22 was there radioactive there to protect his teammate, and now it's a 3-on-1 situation. Big Muffin, lone survivor up in the air.
You gotta test those missile dodging skills.
Doing the missile dance, holding on to the rhythm like a good blues player again, allowing all of those to go by him with the help of the faster players.
We're gonna see an attempt for a ring cap here, I would say, is his only and probably best bet.
He's gonna have to figure something out, and he's got 42 seconds to do it as radioactive closing in very quickly on this J20. He's trying to get close enough to reach out and touch him. One finds his hole.
Dodged another one. More incoming from that F-22.
If they stagger the rockets just right, they can reach in and get that last one, but that 22 might be close enough for the guns. Oh, there we go. Big Muffin goes down the way of radioactive dog.
That was a super close match.
Came down to the wire there. DoD won the war of attrition of that first elimination round, giving them the advantage in the match so far. Let's see what adaptations Grim is going to be having going back into this field. Ares getting locked on now. 31 looking at him instead. Not quite close enough for that J20, but now we've got volleys.
Lots of missiles coming in there on Bird Dog. He's doing a heck of a job dodging, but that is a lot of missiles.
Woo! Indirect found its home, but not enough to bring him down as he's now restocked and refreshed.
I see a nuke on board.
Oh. Pop the A4 takes out Chug. Ares and Radio looks like they traded. It's still 4-on-3 right now. Still advantage to DoD. Pop in trouble now, though. Tom floated up with that nuke. He's looking for a target.
I thought he was going to get him on that A4, but they're all chasing him. They don't want him to get that nuke off.
F3 turns, found him on the wrong end of Sky Demon as they both trade. Now it's a 2-on-1 situation, but Dom's got that nuke locked and loaded. Can he get it off before the second one gets him?
DOD sweeping at Crucible.
DOD with the win, putting them up 1-0 in the set over the Grim Reapers. Radioactive Dog in the F-22 securing that MVP spot. Pop in the second place. A4 making his presence known. Bird Dog in the 31 as well. GG's, but first point goes to Death on Demand in the set.